Hello there, welcome again. Today we will have a tutorial for the song entitled Waymaker, which was written by Osinachi Okoro. Okay, and the version that we'll be playing is the version that was played and sung by Leeland. So Leeland actually used the key of E in this song, and we'll be using the B whistle instead of the E. This is because you can actually play the E as in echo, on the B as in bravo, by doing this cross fingering or this fourth fingering to achieve the flattened seventh. And the seventh note is actually A sharp, and the flattened seventh is the A natural. Okay, I actually experimented first with the E whistle, but it doesn't really sound good. It sounds so shrill, and this one sounds on the B whistle, it sounds so mellifluous. So again, this is a play-by-ear tutorial, so I highly discourage you to use a score or a tab. Just use your feelings. This is because a worship song can be transposed to any key depending on the worship leader or the singer who will sing this song. So normally the singer will prefer to shift the key according to his or her preferred key in accordance to his or her comfort vocal range. Okay, I'll be using the Susato S series in the key of B as in Bravo, and this one and this flute, this is actually my homemade, personally made PVC flute in the key of B. So I'll be using a keyless key of B flute. Okay, there. So this is actually a very simple song, although the lyrics will have different phrases or different words in it. The melody is very much the same. So let's start. So I will sing first the song for you to have a grasp over the melody and the rhythmic value of the song. Okay. First, tune your whistle. I'm tuning the whistle on the fifth note. Some tune it on the fourth. I'm tuning it on the fifth, which in this case, this is a B whistle. It's in the F sharp. I'm tuning it in the F sharp. Second octave. First octave. And I'm tuning the B. So others may prefer to tune their whistle on the fourth, which is in this case the E. I choose to tune the F sharp because this one, the F sharp is higher than the key of E, and when you are flat on a higher key, it sounds very awful. So okay, so I hope you tune your whistle and tune your flute as well. So I will demonstrate it first with the whistle because basically the whistle and the flute has the same fingering under the assumption that you are using a keyless flute. So here goes the song. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. So basically, it's the same all throughout. You will just have a different lyrics. So the next verse is, you are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. So let's do that. Let's do that on the whistle. You notice that I launch this key. This is a G sharp on the second octave because you cannot access the G sharp on the low octave. Again, that is the limitation. You can access that actually on the E whistle, but using the E whistle, you will have to access the third octave, which is quite piercing. So I rather use the B whistle. So again, slower. Sorry, vehicle. Again, let's try do an ornamentation. Slur. And again, that's a roll. Moving in our mid. I hope you get it. Let's try it again. Now instead of doing, you can also try doing this. I added a triplet instead of jumping straight to the note. Again, this is the form of my variation. Now let's do the next line. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. 3, 4. Okay, let's try it again. In some, of course, the worship leader will definitely try to vary this because this is actually the same arrangement of the chords, the same pitches all over the four lines of these verse. So normally, if I will be the singer, I will create a variation on the fourth line. The fourth line is like this. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. That is the normal line, but I will try to create a variation. Instead of saying, you are here, I will try, you are here, working in this place. I worship you. And then I will shift in an octave. I worship you. Now that is to create a build-up. Now again, that is my style. Now, you can actually try experimenting if you will try to create a variation on the fourth line of the verse. Again, this is the normal one. This is the variation. Again, that was the variation that I've done with my voice. Again, experiment on the variation that you'd like to try. Again, this is a play-by-ear instruction. If it sounds good, it is good. If it doesn't sound good, definitely it's not good. Of course, the next one is the chorus. The chorus is basically, I will sing it for you to follow. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 1, 2. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. So basically, the two lines are just repeating. The pickup measure are just different because the first pickup is you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are. So the first you are very much different, but basically the difference is not that big. So that's a B flat. If that's a B flat, the song could be in B instead of in E. But I actually tried the E whistle and it sounds good. Let's try it slower. That's the pickup. I'm using the tonguing because if I find that cutting the second octave B sounds so, I don't know, I find it awful. It has a tonal value that is very dissonant with the key. This is the key. So if you try this, I do find it very disturbing. So I, instead of using the cut to articulate the notes, I use the tongue. Now in this case, since this is a vented fingering, I will not shift any harm. I will not trigger any harmonics. So go ahead and tongue. Basically, I'm just playing with two keys. That is the B second octave, and that is the F sharp. Now that's the difference. Let's try it more slower. Okay? Try it again. That's the basic melody. Now let's try to add some ornamentation. See that? I inserted some taps. Again, the taps. Again, the taps. Let's try it again. Again, basically, the chorus, although it is long, it has a repeating part. You just repeat it again because, again, the chorus is just repeating itself. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. In case your worship leader gets excited, like me sometimes, I shift on the second octave. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. Again, that's just me, but I normally don't do that on the stage where I lead. Normally, I do that when I am on the congregation where I am filled in this with the Spirit. Okay, but then again, you can experiment some variations that you wish, as long as it does not ruin the rhythmic value. You can actually play a harmonic note to to complement other instruments as well. And again, the verse 2 is basically like the verse 1. So how about I'll sing the verse 2 and you try playing it on your whistle or on your flute. Let's try it. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. Again. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, you mended every heart. I worship you. I worship you. So basically, it's like the verse 1. So although the lyrics are very much different, let's try it with you. You can actually use that glissando. Tip from me: if you suddenly make a mistake, use a glissando and it will still sound good. For example, and you press this one instead. Again, you just have to move it faster. It's a trick. See? If you suddenly press this one instead of this one, do a glissando and it will still sound good. Let's try the chorus again. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, and that is who you are. On the whistle. Instead of actually starting with, I start with this one. It's like a grace note. It's a pickup. Let's do it slower. You can actually do a glissando. Unconsciously, I've been doing that for some unknown reason. My fingers are moving on its own. Or you can also do this. The simple one is you are. The correct one is, that's the plain one. Now adding a grace note. Now adding a glissando. Sounds good, right? Now again, it depends on your preference. hope we got it correctly. Now let's go to the bridge. The bridge is, even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Basically, the bridge just repeats itself. So let's try it. I'm just using the B note. Then I shifted to F sharp. Now this one is a C sharp. So the first one is F sharp, and the second one is the C sharp. F sharp. Just count it. Let's try it again. You got it? Let's try it slower. One more time. You can actually use an ornamentation. I tend to do that. The correct one is, but I tend to lift, drop, lift, drop. And you must do it in a faster succession. Then, grace notes again. See that? Tickles my ears. Okay, it's just regular. Okay. You never stop working. You never stop working. Let's try slower. One more time, slower. I hope you got it. Now let's try the whole bridge. I hope you got it correctly. Now let's try it one more time without me. Okay, let's try it on the flute. If you don't have a flute, just play your whistle. Again, it's very much the same. But this one is very difficult for me to play because the distance of this one to this one is 55 millimeters. So it's quite a stretch. Although I'm a tall person, still a stretch. Let's start with a verse. these notes if you want to create some variation. Or I hope you remember. Now let's go to the bridge. Even when I... For flute, some use the tongue. I use the plosive, as in letter P. It does sound more Irish. Although there's the risk of spitting your flute. I hope you got it. So now, this time, I'll just sing and you just play, okay? I'll just worship. You just play, okay? So let me check the lyrics. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 3, 4. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Now let's go to the bridge. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop. Okay. Again, that's my variation. I do hope you enjoyed the tutorial for tin whistle and Irish flute. And I do hope you enjoy the worship. So play along and experience the goodness of God in this worship. Goodbye.